Right.
Doobie bop bop doo. There he is.
There's one half, there's the other.
Oh, hey, buddy.
How you doing, man?
Oh, wow, what a treat.
I finally made it, eh?
I so love you and treasure you. Uh, I can you believe how long we've known each other?
Oh man, I know. It's crazy. Look, I love and treasure you too, 20. How's it all going today? Has it been a bit of a whirlwind?
Always. I'm always up around 5.
Yeah.
You remember when we explored the songbirds?
Yeah.
And so I get up and I listen to the songbirds lift the sun up into the sky and all the messages they have. And I've just found those old teachings every day they give more to me. And and you look so much like a magpie in the most lovely way.
I think the magpies are out there as well. So,
Yeah, glorious. I just notice the less problem oriented I allow myself to be, the more possibility oriented I get to be.
of course.
And yeah, of course. And God, what a glorious way to live life. And I'm just humbled. I get to share with you. I get to share with them. I get to give and be given to. And I just get, I remember when I physically met you, uh, getting new levels to the gift of what you are. We both love the native stuff and the Neville stuff and the stuff. And I can't help but keep really diving into the teachings of Matthew in Neville, uh, where the disciple of Matthew reveals your desires are gifts from God,
Yeah.
and your identity and my identity are both gifts. And for me, I've had identities that I turned into goals. That was hell. And I've had identities that I've had that were garbage. That was hell. Because I didn't accept who I was or how this works.
Yeah.
And it's your Uncle Simon in it. It's
How's that, Emmett?
Emmett's
Fantastic.
here.
Hi, Emmett. Hey, Bruce.
I don't know where Bruce is. Emmett goes with me whenever I'm on a call anywhere. He'll come and find me and either sit on my lap or lay on my feet.
Oh, fantastic.
And as you know, that's heaven.
That is complete heaven.
What can we do today? How can we dance? How do we give to everyone?
Well, how can I serve you today, 20? So this is your podcast, obviously. And this is new to me. I like podcasting, any sort of stuff like this. So is there a purpose? Is it a sharing thing? Is it a Neville thing? Is it what's your
So I went nuts about 2 months ago going, I want to get on podcasts. I want to do interviews.
yeah.
And I did some real good ones and some real shit ones. And of course, like some of y'all that I ended up chatting with, I just thought it'd be cool to just maybe have y'all chat with me because you know me in different ways.
Yeah.
And so long story short, past 10 days, I've had some absolute killer interviews with total strangers.
Yeah.
And today I get to come home and just chat with you because, yesterday I had the opportunity to talk to Dave. And you'll remember Dave, he was in the old Remarkables too. A lovely guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't at this point recall Dave, but
You would.
yeah. Yeah.
Lovely guy. And I told him I was going to talk to you today on the podcast. And we both discussed Simon could do a podcast. He goes, does he do one? I said, I don't know. But you've got this thing that I've been running with since the old days. Touch them with your eyes, bathe them with your voice. And going way back to picking you up at that hotel in Pittsburgh.
I remember.
There you were.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I flew around the world to visit Australia, you gobbled me up for the first weekend and I stayed.
Mm. Fantastic. I mean, that's how manifestation works, isn't it?
It's the power of possibilities. It's the science of miracles. And we try to use it as a fix-it tool. And it's just rough.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, I think you grow out of that.
Yeah.
At some point you go, it's all manifestation. How do I want to steer this puppy?
Yeah.
It's not picking and choosing. It's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your hands on the wheel or take your hands off. It doesn't really matter. It's still going to do its thing.
I love that you and I grew up in the era where we could ride bicycles without helmets.
Yeah.
And even stand on the damn things. Get on the road.
Absolutely. I think I remember being in the park in camis and seeing people falling off bikes and just, observing.
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool.
I could have never predicted. I'm really spacious today. Wow. I'm not now because I just came small to say it, but I'm so spacious today. I feel like,
yeah.
And I remember us walking around Melbourne, like arm in arm, chatting all night. And I was really thin. Since then, I got really fat. I needed a hip replacement, looking at 2.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, it was bad, man. Every step was stabbing pain for a while. And then about 2 years ago, I woke up and realized I was remembering when I was the Karate Kid instead of being the Kung Fu King. And now I've lost about 60 pounds of ugly. I've got loose fat on my belly, or not loose fat, loose skin. And I'm really loving. I couldn't have predicted any of it. But I sure as shit am enjoying. Let's be the Kung Fu King again for fun. Let's chat with Simon for fun. Let's have a puppy sleep on my. I think the less I try to be a predictive engine, the more I get to be a playful possibility.
Yeah.
And I get you do this all the time. I don't see you much on the Facebook, but when I do it, I just get there sung and frolicking in some meadow.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I do my best to do that. I mean, that's what we've got. So
Yes.
yeah.
What do you think? You know me from FaceTime here and also in America. What can I share more of in the world that I haven't been?
Look, wow, that's a wow.
That's so wild. Or what would you invite me to talk about or share, perhaps?
Look, for me, it's that authenticity. It's what's real, isn't it? There's stuff and there's stuff in between stuff and there's just connecting, and I think that's your gift, is connecting and just sharing as it is in the present moment. And you've got that. You radiate it. I don't think you need to do more of anything, 20. Just more of what you love. I think that's what I invite everyone to do, is just, whatever lights your spark, do more of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm data sort. I love the technical stuff, but that's my icing, that's the way I like to connect.
You bet.
Yeah. The stuff underneath is what's going to happen anyway. And, I love that. I'm saying I'm a 5 a.m. get up with the birds. Technically I sit down and write for an hour. I prime my RAS to filter experience in a particular way that day, because that's what brings me joy.
Are you publishing?
No.
Do you think you might?
Huh?
Do you think you might?
I might. Look, I might. I did write a book on the RAS for the sole purpose of getting to know my RAS. So I've used this manifesting stuff on itself to
nice
to gain its own momentum. So I wrote a book on the RAS to get very familiar with the RAS. And so I dance with it every day with my writing. It's just basically meta modeling a particular theme.
Yeah.
But that's what gives me joy. So today was joy. You know what I mean? I went, what do I want to bring to today? I could be centered, I could be service, I could be all these, man, just bring the joy. Yeah. So with the birds, with the cows, I live quite rural, just bring the joy. Yeah.
I've been publishing little books, and I've actually been writing little books, and I've actually published a few.
Yeah.
And I'm really loving it. Oh my God.
You're loving writing it, or
writing it, publishing it, selling it, giving it to people.
Yeah.
There's just something wild that happens. I love the screens and I hate the screens. And I love that we can look at screens and see a representation of each other. And I can just see you're gorgeous. Darn it. But I also love if I get a chance to say, here's a book.
Yeah.
And I'll talk in my Georgia accent thing, and I'll say, it's a real book. It's got a cover. Look at that barcode on the back. How cool. Right. And, nice. And there's something beautiful that happens. Even if they just read a couple pages, I can just tell, I got you. I got you. I seem to have written something worth writing and something worth reading. And I so get you got that.
Yeah.
And I'd love to read what you write in a book.
Sure. That'll be fun. I'll send it over as soon as it's cool. Absolutely. Be my pleasure.
If you need any help with logistics, let me know. I've learned over the past year.
Yeah. Oh no, thank you for that. I mean, I'm still in two minds, let's say. I really through what's happened since we started and where I've come to the last few years, I've really become a bit of a hermit.
Yes,
I
sir.
really don't have much contact with people. It's the occasional jumping in on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's much more just nature orientated. But from that, I'm really engaging. I don't know how to say this, with the collective consciousness, let's say. So that, my bag is we read a book, whatever, it changes our neural pathways. It can't not. We're very plastic.
Yes,
And
sir.
also think through being our full authentic selves and being, whatever it is, same sort of thing affects the collective consciousness. So I really enter into that a lot. Go, well, okay, today with the joy, that's interacting with collective consciousness as much as it is individual consciousness, which is why I kind of love it as well. It's a real, you know what I mean? Those small tight things, I don't really, I like I said, I wrote those books to get familiar with it so I can then express it so that it becomes part of the collective consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love when I love fractals, and I love biblical stuff. And we live in Eltham. Eltham means village of God. As in El Shaddai, Elohim, Beth El, El Shaddai. So we live in Eltham, the village of God.
Yeah.
I for years, I get that you and I, what we are is, we are Eltham, we are Elohim, we're the one that makes up the many, and we are the many that make up the one. Like how many different bits in me are there? I could talk happy loving teacher, happy loving puppy, dad, happy loving husband. Those are parts of my Elohim.
Yeah.
And yet I am part of what makes up something even bigger. Yeah, we're twigs and branches and trees all at once, and what an amazing gift to notice. This is in nature. It's in your neurology. It's in your biology.
Totally.
That whole thing with myelin, what wires together, fires together, or the other way around. And no matter what we do, we're continuously giving ourselves the opportunity to bush bash, step off the beaten path and look at the pretty birds and listen to what they're telling us. And
absolutely, I'm with you. And I one of the, there's a lot of memories with you and a lot of things that keep coming up every day. One of the ones was sitting there, it would have been about 10 years ago, and I was talking about stuff, I was talking about the garden, you said, you are the garden. Come on, you are the garden.
yes,
And that resonates every day. So I think I'm feeling less and less separation. So even giving opportunities, we are the opportunity, and you know what I mean? It's already happening. It's denominalization par excellence, you know what I mean? To its nth degree. It's being the happening as it's happening, creating the happening, the three legs of the stool, being, doing, having all at once, because it's going to happen anyway, right?
Thanks.
And then, I love every morning, I have a little, so I set myself up for the RAS, but I remind myself who I am. So I just sit with I am that I am, and I break it down. I sit with the I sit with the I am that, I am the garden. And then I sit with the I am that I
am.
And I am that I am. And it's a self-reflective, conscious engagement that really, for me, brings it home. I'm all of this, as well as being part of it. And that kind of sets my whole frame for the day. And whether it's any particular theme, I am joy, I am, becomes the reflexive, or the reflective
Yes.
fractal, let's
Yeah.
say, meta state. If we want to go more NLP, it becomes the overarching filters that the nervous system, naturally then engages in, and that becomes a choice then for me. Instead of people, as I used to wake up, the brain's going, the RAS is already set up, the overarching meta state set up totally unconsciously, and then the chaos happens. I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's just I like to enjoy my chaos. I like to be able to choose and participate in my chaos from the get-go.
I don't get that it's worth making an enemy out of.
No,
It's
but I like to be in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Instead
yeah.
of, okay, I'm late, coffee, where is it? Oh no, that's broken. It's a spiral. That's not a spiral I enjoy anymore.
yeah. I love making and surfing waves.
Yeah.
And then if I can add in a sail, my God, I can sail and surf. And
Sail and surf.
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, all right. I mean, I had a website years ago. I don't have it now. It was unduality.org. And I remember you liking it and commenting on it when I put it on Facebook. And I love unduality. I'm going to eventually buy it again when somebody stops and forgets to renew it. I get we have separation, seeming separation, and then we have oneness, seeing from oneness. And I get the third one most people miss that you embody and enjoy so well today is connections.
Connection. Yeah.
And it's the one I think a lot of people miss because they're trying to, they feel separate, or they want oneness, or they want to separate from something, or they want to be one with everything. But discovering how you and I, Victoria says, what are you all going to talk about? I don't. What would love do? I don't know. I get that we're both going to do what love does, which is I don't know. It is going to be so cool.
Absolutely. But I think that's our gift, isn't it? We get to choose then
Yes.
to explore. Okay, we're going to go love. Where's
Yes.
love going to take us?
Yes.
And I think, most people don't know that they can choose what they connect to. I think they're connecting anyway.
Always.
Whether they're connecting to their separation, what they're moving towards or away from. And that's the gift you brought me. Is okay, and it's not even to say what's the end destination. It's just like, what's the flavor? What's the flavor today? How can I give to you? How can I serve you? Love will take care of itself. Let's see where it goes. It's not going to be a destination that is predictable, but it's going to be a flavor that's going to be totally enveloping.
Yum.
Yeah. And that, for me, that's a real-time manifestation as well.
You and I made fire rubbing sticks together.
I still don't believe I did it. Even with Carol, even though you told me I did, I swear that's a blank for me.
It's so cool. Taught the way I learned it and the way I teach it. It's all about what you are is stored sunlight that wants to be shared sunlight.
Yeah.
So you're stored sunlight that wants to be shared sunlight. I'm going to take this thing that we call wood, that the old guys always said was just stored sunlight. We're going to fashion something, and then we're going to do a little something, and then suddenly that stored sunlight's going to be seen in shared sunlight, and you all cry when you do it, and you can even forget that you've done it. But gosh darn it, you're doing it right now. Yeah, there's these bits connecting and rubbing together in you and between us that's unleashing sunlight that hasn't previously been unleashed in the world.
Nice.
And somebody will hear this and go, they won't get it. That's fine. Someone else will listen to this and go, wow, that was profound. And that's cool, because the sunlight can't help but be released because the spindle that we are and the fireboard that we are, it just does what it does. I probably have photos, or she has photos, right? Yeah, I'll prove it to you.
I know. I remember you making fire, man. That was, look, it was so cool. Whatever. And looking
Whatever
at tiny little footprints on rocks of, you know, same day. I love it. Look, I love having that sort of memory, you know. And I think, you know, part of this manifestation stuff, I do a lot of obviously you do too, non-negotiable imagination work. And a
Yes.
lot of that has to do with me is enjoying those sort of memories, really associating back into those joyful events
Yes.
for whatever is a frightening, scary, new, all that sort of stuff. But to be able to totally associate into them again, they are gifts that
Yes.
keep on giving to everyone. Like they keep, you know, that's that internal rubbing of the wood, for want of a better word,
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
release that stored sunlight again for everyone's benefit or everyone's potential to enjoy.
You bet.
Yeah. Snoring like a weed whacker. It's time for a nap.
Nice. Mm. Do you track?
Do I
Track?
don't know what tracking is.
Perfect answer, because we're the consummate tracker of
Oh,
notice.
track.
Track. Yes.
Oh, look, I do track. I try to track, but I only let it naturally track from what we did.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's too much going on to track for me, like consciously.
Yeah. 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 I got it.
But I'm happy again to open up and yeah. So yeah, I like tracking people.
Yes. You really do have a gift of noticing in a timeless snapshot the eternities that echo through it.
Oh, thanks. Well, look, it's thank you. We're just dancing. It's how we dance, Quenny.
And I agree.
And this,
Okay.
you know, for me, this is the history coming through. You know what I mean? It's not a linear process. Our relationships aren't linear. They really are
I get it.
expansive and fractal. And, you know, riding those waves, it's very cool. I remember, you know, even in Melbourne, when you met my mum, we just sat there grinning at each other for 10 minutes. I remember Megan and my mum just looking at each other going, what's going on here?
Yeah.
They go, this is 20. This is silent. This is 20. This is silent.
And here we is.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, how do you enjoy? So I enjoy distilling this down through NLP.
Yep.
From the stuff we did.
Yep.
So through and exploring it in language, in meta states, so states above states, how we feel about feelings, and
Yes.
setting that sort of up and being able then to track, because that's what I guess what Bandler did. Everything I read about Bandler recently,
Yep.
he sets the frame first. Okay, what's the outcome? He occupies that state of it already being a reality, and then he does whatever the fuck he wants.
That's Richard.
That's
pure
Richard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, and you did work with Lavelle. I think he's got a bit of that too. He really sets the stage, sets the direction. Then
Yeah.
what happens. And I've noticed with Dilts, with Michael Hall, all of them have ever done is just gone, okay, this is a state I'm going to occupy. That invites the person. And I think I get from our days when you were coaching me one-on-one, that it was the same thing. I didn't get what was going on. You wouldn't, I think it was very strategically, wouldn't give me the details, the strategies, the data so that I could just catch the state that you were occupying so that I could move with you freely.
You,
Yeah. And I'm getting more and more of that now. So any books that I read on NLP, forget, we have a problem, we have a goal, we have a strategy. It's like and I'm sure the same for you because you taught it to me. I just occupy the state of them already having it.
yes.
They have a subconscious mind. I have a subconscious mind. The dance to the inevitable is inevitable. I just enjoy the ride with that. And that's how I envisage that sort of psychological tracking as well.
So
Because-
you've been a guest in not one dwelling place of mine, but two. So you've stayed at our home in Melbourne.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've stayed in my home in Pennsylvania.
Correct.
And so when we occupy a place, Neville Goddard says the state that you return to most commonly is your dwelling place.
Yeah.
And so we have a dwelling place, and I can invite you to my dwelling place.
Yeah.
And you have a dwelling place, and you can invite to your dwelling place. And so we never have to influence a fucking thing, any place
No.
at a time. All we got to do is say, "Hey, Simon, you want some victuals? Come on down."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's that simple.
yeah.
Because the place that we dwell in is the influence that we have anyway. I think I remember you doing a recording on the influence. The flow state is no state. It's not even trying to gauge.
Yeah.
It's just, and I'm really into the being part. But people go, "What do you do?" I do fuck all. I do absolutely nothing. But I spend a lot of time curating and enjoying the being aspect that then automatically drives behaviors,
Yes.
drives the filtering system to then have the beautiful, amazing things and relationships that I get to enjoy and share. I think it's something, I find it weird with even asking, I think about writing books, but I go, it's a pamphlet. It's just, Neville had it. You occupy the state. It's a state of being, not as, everyone's looking, what do I need to do to be able to get to have something? Neville just nailed it down. It's the being. And, like you said, that dwelling place, that's where you're being. You can invite.
I've really gone nuts with biblical Hebrew.
Biblical Hebrew. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, of course. That's
There's some yummy in there going back to Genesis. And God darn it, years ago, you and I would have talked in NLP language about assertions and declarations. Assertions being a statement of fact, and declarations of being. So I can say that's a piece of wood as an assertion or a declaration. It doesn't matter the words. Am I making a statement about the wood or revealing something about me? In whatever the words are, and even when there's no words. And when I started going back into Genesis and taking it apart and just like, oh my God, the first letter in the Bible is Beth. Why is the first letter in the Bible the second letter in biblical Hebrew? The brain can get all into that. That's fun. But then I just keep rolling, and it's like, oh my God, these declarations of being. I don't say it, but I just have declared myself a happy, loving teacher, a friend of Simon, and it has nothing to do with anything other than I declare. It's just an opening to that invitation of nowness, eternal newness, and timelessness, and all this stuff that could really almost sound like gibberish, but in the pursuit of putting it into some languaging, oh my God. We take, I love that you said about, I forget your exact terms, but it was like let's say life is very nonlinear or fractal, and we try to put it into stories, which are linear.
Mm.
And God, how much good fun can we have doing that?
How much?
How much? I don't know.
I look at look. I love it. I love that you're the story focus. I love that I'm the fact focus. I really,
Yeah.
I don't read. I can't even read storybooks.
Yeah.
I just read technical manuals, and it lights my fire. But I totally agree. The words really mean nothing. It's the surface structure. It's the juice underneath that I go, okay, let's write this, and that's
Have
what I
you
get to share.
have you ever heard that song from, I think, the 70s? This Italian fella came out with a song that's total gibberish.
Yeah, I did. That's fantastic. That he thought sounded like English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I shared it with the ladies at the pool one day that teach aerobics. I said, you guys got to put this in your class, right? Because it's just so high energy and it means nothing. And so far, they've all refused. It's like, come on. It'd be such good fun. I'll show up for a class if you do it. Or they still have fun, right? But it really is a hoot because he conveys so much with that gibberish.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, can you talk about joy and love and light? And it's all, and again, I'll have to look it up. It's a great song that tells that it's beyond story.
Hmm.
And then
I'm with you.
I know. How can I give to you today?
Look, this is giving. I'm just sharing.
Me too.
This is beautiful. I am very much a hermit. I was thinking about it this morning. This is very similar to when you picked me up at the airport that first time. I haven't driven to the airport. I haven't done this. I haven't driven in Australia. I really, honestly, Trenny, I don't sit down and talk to anyone. I speak to Megan. I'm very reclusive and hermitage, whatever.
That's
so
okay.
This is really me stepping out
thank you.
Exploring something completely new. And it's been years, and it's not good or bad. It's just been my choice.
Yeah.
So I'm riding the wave with you, and I'm really enjoying it. At least I do love you dearly, 20. We've always,
yes,
it's a wacky connection. You know what I mean? It's wobbly. I love it. There's nothing to hold on to.
I remember when I was going for my permanent residency and citizenship.
Yeah.
And I found out I didn't know that you weren't a citizen at the time.
That I'm not.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how wild is this? I expected you to be a citizen, and you're a citizen of the universe.
Yeah.
When I flew around the world here, I decided first time, right? So I fly 2010, I get on the plane, and I just decide I'm going to go so big chunk that I'm only going to identify with being a citizen of the universe. And I land here and stay here. And then I get to hang out with you, who at the time you were my favorite Aussie, and I found out you're an Aussie and you're not. You are so much light to me that you're a particle and a wave at the same time. And could you ask? I couldn't give you a bigger compliment, I don't think, other than this.
That is a big compliment.
Oh my dude, yes.
Yeah.
Someday you'll have to come back down here.
Absolutely.
There's been a lot of transformations. Transformation happens in a twinkle, and a lot of what's followed it is just incredible. You wouldn't recognize, and yet you would.
Yeah.
And it's just wow. I realized when I met her and I came here, that I was seeing way into the future. We've got photos because I took lots and lots of photos, and I still do. And I look at the early photos, and it's like, that's not what I saw when I came here.
Yeah. Nice.
And it wasn't past, present, future. It was that fractally all over the bits.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
whatever you do, I love that you're letting that experience inhabit, infect, invite, dwell within the way you show up in my world. Because I get we're really not locked into a narrative in this culture. This, then that.
Mm.
And what you're offering is something that's it's just there's two kind of cultures, right? There's time-based cultures and there's space-based cultures. And then there's the culture, and then there's the culture of Simon, which is neither and both.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and it's a treat because mostly space-based cultures don't understand time-based cultures. And if somebody from a space-based goes into a time-based, it's a struggle. It's almost abuse. On the other hand, time-based people go to space-based just for holidays when they go home.
Yeah.
And we really get to be a living holiday and a living holy day.
Yeah. Nice.
And there's your, I'm Simon. I'm light.
Yeah.
We've been in Remarkable this past year. We were finishing up the 12 disciples now. It's December. And we started with Simon Peter. And the disciple of Simon Peter in Neville's teachings, when raised to the level of a disciple, a devotee, Simon Peter does not admit any visitor that is not honorable and dignified.
Mm.
So for Simon Peter to let someone in, a visitor, a thought, an idea, a person, do they honor who I am and do they dignify the Lord?
Mm.
And we both know that's all self-referential and referential to everything and everyone. And I just want to thank you for embodying Simon so well in my life and from what I can tell in yours. So
thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure, 20. It's what we give to each other, you know. Very cool.
Would you like them to know anything about you, or would you like to just be Simon?
Look, I'm happy being Simon. I'm happy being Simon. I don't, like I said, I don't do anything
I got it.
be known about. I look, and I think the people that find me, the same way I found you.
Yes, sir.
You know,
how did you find me?
Well, remember Barry Blackler.
Who?
So there's a guy called Barry Blackler in Brisbane who was buying your products.
Oh,
he said, "Hey,
him. Yes,
I've got this.
Yes.
I've got this little
right.
stick of routines of invisibility. I think you'd dig this guy. You should get in touch with him."
That's right. I remember him.
Yeah, and that was the last I heard of him or saw of him ever. It was just to give me that USB stick with your
nice.
Yeah.
One of my dearest friends in Australia, his name is Dominic. And Dominic met me through one of the Forex traders named Baz. And I guess they met at I don't know, they met at something. And Baz said, Dom, you got to meet this guy. And Dom rented me for a day. And I showed up in Melbourne wearing a pair of jellies and a goofy hat or something. And of course, Dom's expecting Robert Biltz. And that is not what showed up. And I could
Yeah.
just watch him sort of like do the oh shit moment. And yeah, hell, he's one of my best friends here.
Fantastic.
And it's wild how I haven't heard from Baz in over a decade. I don't think he's bumped into Baz in over a decade.
Yeah.
And these lovely people play their perfect parts. And well, the eternal timeless reveals itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that that's still a theme. You know what I mean? Of
Yes.
that's, acceptance and appreciation. Now that it's not chasing, it's just allowing.
I've really gone crazy about appreciation as a substitute for Thanksgiving or even gratitude.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
Appreciation in my mind means appreciation in my experience includes I appreciate you, which increases both of our value.
Of course.
And to say something appreciates in value, like a Rolex watch, I get it. But to get that, I honest to God, I'll have a better day and a better life because two friends shared whatever we shared today.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. And look, I'll just add in the twin of acceptance, to be able to accept what it is and appreciate what it is,
Yes.
kind of hand in hand there.
Yes.
Chase it. You know what I mean? Chasing appreciation for the sake of appreciation can be its own spiral. We did all that twin work as well, so I really do kind of go, okay, what's the complementary?
Who's the dance partner? You're my dance partner now. She'll be my dance partner shortly. Who's the dance partner of appreciation? Today it can be accept dance.
Absolutely.
And
we get to combine states, and we get to have
Yeah.
different abstractions of states.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I'm just dancing with acceptance and
Yes.
appreciation. Of course, I can be
Yeah.
tense and appreciative.
Mm.
It's very cool. It's very cool. I love it, 20. And I love you. I love that you dance.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. But I'm so glad you don't mind me stepping on your toes every now and then. It's a bit clunky sometimes.
Mm.
I remember, I don't listen to much anymore because
Yes.
I just love. Look, I'm going to say two things, and you know this as well. So, having such a heavy auditory,
Yes, sir.
I don't like anyone else's voice
Yes.
interrupting that, but I love nature to be able to come and go. And I remember you talking about auditory, being two things basically: be able to set a direction and just to point things out. That's it. Leave it. Walk away. And I really still embrace that. So the visuals, the kinesthetic, everything, I let that sort of swing and dance and just let that auditory direct that. That's it. Because it's yakking away all the time.
So you're a martial artist too.
Say that again.
You're a martial artist as well.
Yeah.
And so they say with internal kung fu, don't put your dead meat on me. We touch with like 4 ounces of pressure, and then shit explodes. Right? That's just good fun. I really get listening skill is so much about the space.
Yeah, totally.
And the song that's silent.
That's exactly what I'm getting at.
I know.
Yeah, I know. No. Thanks for pointing it out. Thanks for reflecting it back. And it's the birds as well. For me, it's the birds. It's the space. It's the direction. It's the symphony. I don't know if you get them down there. We get the cicadas here that go in waves. It's just an absolute cacophony.
We've only had them here once, I think, since I've been here. I used to go down to East Park in Connellsville. And,
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
and so there were different waves that would come through, the every 7 years, the every 17 years, that kind of thing. And they'd come through and everybody'd be all worked up. And I'd just go down there, drop into a stance and just explode. I'd just be gone for hours. And then at some point, somebody would either pick me up off the ground or tell me to go home because it was so glorious. Their song, so glorious. And
Yes.
so if you get to hear them, please think of me.
Oh, I will, 20. I will. And they're ramping up. And it's insane. Like beautifully insane.
Wow. Audio or video, please.
Okay.
All right.
We can do that.
If I was going to write a book about you, it would be The Song of the Cicada.
Oh, nice.
It really would. It really would.
I'm just trying to visualize the words of the cicada song. You know, is it a lot of THs? Is there a dada in there?
Glorious. What a gift.
And and again, the relishing of there's the harmonics in there as well, because there's thousands of them. You know, there's all those sort of.
Yes.
It's not just cicadas. There's it's a brain rattler. Oh well, I'll record it for you. It's just insane.
Wow. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go now.
I've loved every single minute. Thank you so much. And I do love you dearly. And thank you for this opportunity, 20.
Oh, Simon, my God. Just thank you. Thank you so much. Reach out anytime. And we will always never need to. But sure shit is nice, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It is. Enjoy. And I do enjoy it. Thank you. I'll let you go frolic.
I will. I love you. I love your people. I love your puppies. I just, I'm thankful that you're here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for lighting my day.
Thanks, Simon.
I love you, 20. You take care, my friend. See you later.